Well, thank you, Chairman and Ranking Member. For nearly 70 years, the United States has been at the forefront of space exploration. President Trump knows how critical it is for our country to lead the way yet again as our space program aims to reach new heights, and that's why he chose exactly the right man for the job, Jared Isaacman. I've personally known Jared for several years, sharing an aviation community in Montana and cooperating with him on improving the education experience for our next generation of explorers, astronauts, engineers, and pilots who attend space camp at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Of note, both Jared and I attended space camp, an arduous 5-day program for small children, and I would say it lit a spark in both of us to chase the dream of aviation and aerospace. We both dreamed of being astronauts as children. The difference is Jared actually is one, whereas I had to settle for the decidedly less cool title of senator. America has been the leader of global space travel for generations, pushing the boundaries of science and testing the limits of human endurance and intellect. All Americans should be deeply proud of the incredible accomplishments of heroes like Alan Shepard, John Glenn, Neil Armstrong, Jim Lovell, and many others. The sacrifice and leadership of these brave astronauts is what most Americans know well. What they usually don't know is that behind each and every one of these heroes, many of whom sitting in front of us, is a massive team of dedicated engineers, program managers, innovators, test pilots, welders, electricians, truck drivers, and families who are the true heroes of our space program. To lead this incredible team requires a leader who not only understands and believes in the mission, but also has the interdisciplinary skill sets to coordinate these cross-functional teams to achieve critical outcomes. As we have unfortunately seen in recent days, NASA is struggling. And what's worse, it has been struggling for the past couple of decades. Since the tragedy of the Columbia disaster in 2003, which I remember like it was yesterday as I was preparing to enter the pool for a high school swim meet, NASA has been a struggling organization full of great people, searching for revival. For 10 years, the United States of America was paying the Russian government taxi fare to send our own astronauts into space. This would make JFK and Ronald Reagan turn in their graves. And in light of the recent Starliner mission to the ISS that left astronauts stuck in space for 9 months, we are reminded that much work still remains. President Trump, and Elon Musk, who's one of our greatest space entrepreneurs, both knew it was time for a change. And enter Jared Isaacman. Despite his childhood desire to be an Air Force pilot and an astronaut, Jared found out that he was smarter than most and started a disruptive software company in his garage as a teenager. That company grew to be a tremendous multi-billion-dollar success, and that success fueled his ascension into the Hall of Fame as a record-setting jet pilot, an aggressive fighter pilot for our Air Force combat pilots, and most recently, the first civilian astronaut to ever conduct a spacewalk. On top of all that, Jared and I share another passion: pediatric philanthropy. Jared has personally donated millions of dollars to improve healthcare for at-risk children all over America, a cause which brought us together. NASA is at a point of great pride for a generation. It represents a moral obligation for us to continue to lead in the greatest frontier ever known, and it deserves strong leadership. Jared is an articulate leader, a great father and husband, and one of the smartest people in America. Jared understands not only how to manage complex multi-billion-dollar organizations, but also how to design and engineer critical systems. And to top it all off, he knows how to fly spaceships. America has given us a mandate to push the boundaries of outer space, and NASA is in need of spiritual and organizational rejuvenation, and that will take fresh, bold leadership. Jared is the perfect man for the job, and I look forward to adding NASA administrator to his already remarkable resume. Thank you.